Okay, so in Module 5, we are working on loops, and there are a few different kinds of loops in PHP, and we will use at least two of them in this assignment. So this assignment has you using a form, and I'm going to give you the form, which is dynamically generated using the two kinds of loops that you will need to use to solve the problem. So I'll give you the form and you're going to supply the script. And I'm even going to give you a template with um, a lot of the code in there and the CSS and everything. So you can really just focus on the structure of these loops because for many of you that will be challenging enough. So what I have here is a, a grid building application, and it allows you to choose the columns, which are represented by letters, and it allows you to choose the number of rows that go up and down. So columns are across and rows are up and down. So let's say I choose columns A through E, and I choose 10 rows, and I hit build my grid, and there we go. I have columns A through E and 10 rows. And you can see here that what I have going on is it numbers each cell. And the reason I did that is because I want you to be able to see what's going on as these tables are built. So I'm going to reduce the rows to about 5 so we can take a look at the code that's generated. And you can see here it generates the appropriate number of cells and numbers them. So let's look at the source code here. And I know it's kind of small on the screen here, but you can get a sense of what's going on as we scroll down. And this is the part of the code that is dynamically generated, okay? So we have rows for a one table row for each row. And then inside each row is a column for each column. And then it goes down to the next row and builds that out. So you can see here how the table itself is built, and that is what's dynamically generated using PHP code. The rest of this is static code that is part of the template that I'm going to include for you. So literally I can specify a very, very large table here, and you can see it just cranks it right out, no problem. And so I'm using loops to generate this. And if we go and we look at the code that is part of this, this is the form that I'm going to give you. And the nice thing for you about this form is that it is actually generating each of these select menus dynamically. So, and it happens to use the same two kinds of loops that you need to use to solve this problem on the script side. So that's a hint. And I'll give you one more hint about this assignment, and that is you have to have a loop inside a loop to make this happen. So those are your hints, and this is the form, which I will give you. It will be available online. And I'm also going to give you this template. You can see here that it provides all of the HTML, the CSS is there, and this is the part that you need to figure out. Okay, so you need to be able to take that form input and use it in two loops, one inside another, to build an application that does this. Okay, so that's what we should end up with the ability to do. I would say for an extra challenge, you might want to think about how could you create this design in a checkerboard format, no matter what size the user chooses, or how maybe you could have each cell be a different color, or a different color based on each fifth number or something like that. So I would challenge you to maybe think about some of the ways that you can enhance this program or make it more advanced. Or maybe down at the bottom here, can you have it print how many rows and columns or how many total cells there are? So those would be some interesting challenges to explore above and beyond the baseline. But at minimum, you need to be able to generate something that's equivalent to this. Okay? And all the CSS and HTML is there except for what's generated by the PHP script.